There are few major roles that the church plays. So many, but I pick some major ones. Number one is spiritual governance. You read Revelation chapter 2 and 3, you saw that the church was described as territorial lampstand. So any territory that has church, that church has become the light of that region. Because the job of the church is to bring the government of God over a people and over a territory. So any church that does not have territorial implication is a social gathering. That church is not recognized in heaven. And that's why you see one of the ways Jesus threatens churches is that I will come quickly and I will remove your lampstand. That means I will stop you from being a government over a territory. One of the ways we should begin to diagnose our operation and judge our efficacy is to identify the operations of darkness that our presence stopped. That's the proof that church is growing. It's not just about number. Number is important because it means souls are being added. But if we come into a territory where occultic activity was dominant and it remained dominant for the 20 years that we have been around, sexual immoral activity was dominant, prostitution everywhere, it remained for the 20 years that we are around. Armed robbery, kidnapping, banditry was dominant and it remained dominant for the 20 years that we are around. If we like, we should grow from 1 to 20 million. We are a number because the gate of hell is prevailing. So a church that is a territorial lampstand has the capacity to bring new government. So if you come to a place where young men were given to banditry, after 3 years, let there be a change in the story. You'll discover that all the young men who were bandits suddenly have become rugged evangelists. Suddenly have gone back to school and they have become scholars. Some are making first class. Some have gone into leadership and governance and they are becoming relevant. And you ask them, they had an encounter because that church came. Some may never even enter the church. But as you are praying, you shift the dark cloud over the territory. And the spirit whispering to their ear is moved back. Suddenly, they come to their self. Because most of the things people do is because they are beside themselves. So we pride ourselves in the wrong things. We are not territorial. We are not governmental. And these things don't trouble us because we don't know the role of the church. So long as auditorium is packed and we are doing our concerts and dancing, we feel church is growing. Church didn't grow just because number grew. Church grew because government was established. The second role of the church is procurement of salvation and engendering deliverance to the captives. So when we come to a place, the first gift we give to people is the gift of the life of God so that they are saved from eternal damnation. That's why you see us do a lot of missions. The world does not know that they are perishing. We must educate them and then we must go further to bring salvation to them. And then while we bring them eternal salvation, we also deliver them from the afflictions that they currently suffer by reason of death that lived on their inside. So when church shows up, demons are cast out. When church shows up, healings take place. When church shows up, everything that is consistent with the will of the Father begins to find expression. And it is embodied in salvation and deliverance. So if we are church, we must make sure everybody that comes into the radar of our influence receives salvation. And we don't just give them eternal salvation. We must make sure that we sponsor deliverance into those people's corporate existence. The third role of the church is to bring discipleship and training. Listen, anywhere you are and you find people walking in error and in darkness, don't keep quiet. You are a teacher to your generation. If you don't tell them, they won't know. And God will hold you responsible. If you study Ezekiel 3 from verse 18 to 20, he said, if I tell a wicked man he will die, and you are there and you don't tell him, he said, I will demand his blood of your hands. The world does not know any better. Jesus put us here to disciple the world. And that brings me to number 4. The church is here to establish God's standard, both in words and in deeds. So we are not just teaching, we are also showing his standard. Listen, don't compromise anywhere God puts you, either in words or in action. You may just be the only system that reveals God's standard in that environment. Listen, people may not even be converted, but your presence there becomes a witness against that generation. The Bible spoke about Noah. Because he refused to compromise and live in evil, the Bible said his generation was judged because of him. Number 5, role of the church is missions. We must become aggressive about missions. That's why Jesus left us here. Why do you think we were not taken to heaven when we gave our hearts to Christ? Because there's a word to be discipled. There are two dimensions to mission. The first is to win souls, and the second is to disciple them, establish them. The church is a movement, and we are missions oriented. Our goal is to colonize this world, and that's our responsibility. Number 6, duty of the church is to preserve the earth and to secure the peace of God here. If the church is not here, this world will break apart with violence. We are the force cushioning this world. Jesus was speaking, he said, my peace I give you, not as the world giveth. So we carry peace, and everywhere we come, we deposit that peace. Matthew 10:40, it says, he that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. Matthew 10:13, if a house receives you, and that house is worthy, it says your peace will abide. So everywhere the church comes to, we deposit peace, because we receive peace from God. And it's our doctrine. It says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. So it's our DNA to bring peace. And that's why, look around the world today. Everywhere there is peace talk, Christianity is at the foundation. Not talking political peace. You will hardly see Christian bodies carry axe and cutlass. We use prayer as our tool. We use prayer. If we have to use weapons, it's for self-defense. But you will never see us on the offensive. Say, you must believe what we believe or we will kill you. That's not Christianity. We don't kill people who don't believe. We pray for them. We show them love. It is through love and conviction that people are converted. It's not through intimidation and oppression. And that's why in Christianity, people can say what they believe. And many, unfortunately, have abused it. We bring peace to the world. And finally, we stop the works of darkness. If we are not here, sir, Satan will take over this world. People don't know. They say, church, what are they doing? Why are they relevant? I just laugh. Those people talking, if we are not here, they would have either died of sickness or they would have died of demonic oppression. You know, there's an atmosphere we create. We may not be talking to you directly, but because you are where we are, there's a force field that secures you. The church is still on earth. That's why this earth is preserved.